child's pose today. So again, if the knees are a bit sensitive, you can modify, come up a little bit further forward, or you can have a block to sit on the block as you sit back onto your heels. Okay. So knees a little bit wider apart, tops of the feet down, reach the arms forward, deep inhale through the nose, exhaling as we sit back. Settle the forehead down. Rock a little bit left and right. Massage the third eye center. And lengthen breath through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Again. Now if your forearms are resting, slowly start to reach the hands a little bit further forward, a little bit wider apart. Notice that distance between your ears and your shoulders, a longer neck, as you find a point across the forehead and you rest that point in order for the neck to feel a little bit longer. You'll find that point for yourself as you draw the shoulders away from ears, walk the hands a little bit forward. Feel that stretch through the lateral side body, through the rib cage. Deep inhale through the nose here. Exhaling, press into the floor with the hands so you're pushing your sit bones further back into your heels. Slowly as you lift, inhaling. And exhaling as we come into tabletop. Alright, so here we're going to go ahead, have the hands about shoulder distance apart. And the fingers are going to be fanned open. Inhale, curl toes under. Exhale, hips up, downward facing dog. Start to pedal it out, bicycle it out a little bit here. Each time that heel comes down on one side, let the heel settle. Shift the hips a little bit right and left maybe. Keep pushing into the floor, pressing floor away. And then you'll alternate sides, right? Keep a little soft bend in the opposite knee. And press that floor away. Bend knees, inhale. Exhale, extend. Try to settle the heels down. And if you have two even blocks, you can also use the blocks underneath your hands. That'll help your heels get a little bit closer to the mat. Ujjayi breath through the nose as we exhale through the nose. Bend knees, inhale. Exhale, step or walk forward. And you'll have to pardon me. I typically practice without any sort of clothing, especially with tank tops and whatnot. They kind of get in the way for me, so I'm going to just put that over to the side. March in place here. Nod the head, yes. Shake the head, no. Draw the belly button in as you wiggle a bit through the hips here. Good. If you need to support your lower back, maybe forearms on the thighs if your lower back is okay. Inhale up nice and slow. Exhale the air out first. Inhaling as we rise. Exhale, shrug the shoulders up, back and down. Circle out through the hands and wrists a bit. Shrug the shoulders up, forward and down. And what I mean by the pelvis tilt is this is a posterior tilt and an anterior tilt. Okay, so Mula Bandha engagement is through here when we bring that tailbone underneath, and Uddiyana Bandha is when we draw in the belly, and that's what we want through the chairs, through most of the asanas, the postures. You could heel toe the feet a little closer together, stand nice and tall, close the eyes, take a breath, ground your intention for your practice. Blink the eyes open, Let's go ahead and begin. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, right foot steps back. Knee and shin down on the right side. Wiggle the left foot forward if you need to. Frame it between the hands. Press into the foot. Inhaling. Exhale, hands back down. Right foot step it forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, left foot steps back. Lower the knee, shin, top of the foot. Okay? Heel toe the right foot forward if you need to. Place it, frame it between the hands. Belly button in. Press into the foot. Inhaling. Exhaling. Now we step back. Inhale. And chaturanga, exhale. Modify the chaturangas as you need to. Cobra or upward facing dog. And with exhale, downward facing dog. Bicycle a few times. Bend knees, inhale. Exhale, step, walk, or maybe hop forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale and rise. Exhale, Samastitihi, hands to heart center, equally standing. Inhale, float arms up. Exhale, fold. Ardha Uttanasana, inhale, halfway, flat back, long neck. Exhale, left foot steps back first this time. Lower the knee, shin, top of the foot down again, right? Foot frame between your hand, the right foot. Inhale as we rise. Exhale, gentle upper back bend, belly button in. Sink a little bit lower, but be mindful with the lower back. Reach, inhale. Exhale, hands come back. Step it back, inhale. And chaturanga. Transition, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Bicycle a few times, settle the heels. Good. Settle it down. Breathe through the nose, exhale through the nose. 3 breath cycles. I want you to press floor away here. Look towards the knees or the feet, or maybe up towards the belly. Suck in the belly actively. Okay? Keep your thighs active too, as your kneecaps are lifting and riding up the thighs, feet parallel. Notice that space across the back of your neck. Nod the head, yes, shake the head, no. Broad through that space as you push floor away. Breathe through the nose. Exhale through the nose. One more. Left foot, inhale it high. Exhale, left foot all the way through. Right side knee, shin comes down. Left foot is framed between our hands. Inhale, we rise. Exhale, gentle upper back bend. Reach, we inhale. Exhale, hands come down. Step it back, inhale or high to low. Exhaling. Transition, inhaling. And exhaling, downward facing dog. The reverse chaturanga, the push-up, is optional. Remember, modify as you need to. Gentle with the shoulder especially, right? You don't need to go so low in the chaturangas. Breathe through the nose, exhale through the nose. Knees bend, inhale. Exhale, step, walk, or hop forward. Good. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. So notice there, I take a much deeper inhale and exhale because I want to utilize the full exhale to really contract through the core, the abdominals, and deepen and lengthen the torso, the top of the head towards the floor. Compression through the core as I take that forward fold. Let's try that again. Lift, lengthen, halfway, deep inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale as you stand, Samastitihi. Shake the head, no. Nod the head, yes. Shrug the shoulders up, back, and down a few times. Feet apart a few inches. Let's come to chair with inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale and fold. Inhale, Ardha, halfway up. Exhale, Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhaling. Downward facing dog, exhaling. Right foot inhale it high. And open for Shavasana here. Stack up the hip over hip here, right above left. As we press into the floor, sometimes you might press a bit more into your left hand. Shift your weight a little bit and then open your hips at the same time, right? Look under the right armpit towards the ceiling, belly button draw it in. Glue the left foot heel down as best as you can. Look under the left armpit towards the right foot. To center, inhale and point toes. Exhale, knee to nose or forehead. Hover and hold. Inhale it back. Exhale it through. Back foot heel down. Warrior one. Hips, pelvis facing forward. Right hip back, left pelvis forward. Back foot heel glues down. Arms float, rise here. Hands reaching. Maybe palms come and touch. Brace through the core. Lifting through the upper chest. Palms press together here. Sink a little bit lower. Gentle with the knee. Inhaling. Glide open, warrior two. Heel arch or heel line. Feel and find that center. Inner thigh opening towards that right side. Upper back left thigh spinning back and down. Grounded through that back heel. Sink a little bit lower. Reverse warrior. Sink low in the knee, bending the knee into the heel, lift the toes, fan them open in the front, belly button in, cat out of the lower back so you're not back bending, you're side stretching. Inhale here, exhale, side angle pose, Parshvakonasana. Hips under you, hips low if possible, wider stance. Reach overhead, take a breath here. Now as you come back, inhale. Now I'll do this slow motion. I'm going to turn the right foot to the left and I'm going to turn to face the back of the room. You'll do the same as your right hand plants down and now you're facing towards the back of your mat. You spin the back foot heel so the heel is up. Heel to adjust the left foot slightly to the left. Keep the inner thigh close to the belly. Right hand down, left hand rise, inhaling. Exhale, deepen the turn just a bit more. Come towards the center. Extension through that back foot heel. Hand to the floor or to the block on the right side. Hips nice and low. If you need to modify, you could bring the right knee down here. Inhale. Exhale and come back. Spin that back foot heel down. You're facing the back of your room now. Inhale as you rise. Exhale, warrior two. Now your left is the lead and your right is the tail. Reach and find length here. Sukha, ease and comfort, so don't tense up your shoulders and your neck like this, right? Soften down, reach and find length and distance. Look forward past your front hand. Drishti past your left hand now. Sink a little bit lower. Open towards the pinky toe side in terms of the knee moving in that direction just a bit here. Belly button in. Reverse warrior, inhale. And as you exhale, turn, and pivot and land nice and slow so you're facing forward again. Heel toe adjust to right foot. Left hand down to the floor or to the block. Left knee down if you need to. Okay, inner thigh close to belly. Get that compression. Inhale as you rise with the hand. Exhale as you fine tune. Broad across the upper back. Extension through the left heel. Inhale here. Exhale, your right hand comes down. Now as you step your right foot back, inhale. High plank, exhale. Don't chaturanga. Instead, bring the left knee, shin, top of the left foot down. Spin the back foot heel down, which is your right foot heel. One line on the left side, connecting all these together. Hand under the shoulder. Side plank modification. Right hand coming up. And as you press into the left hand, into the shin, into the top of the left foot, maybe your right leg, you float it up here and you balance. If you're lined up on the right side, you notice how I just kind of almost fell, right? If you're lined up on the left side, this is actually a bit more challenging than it looks, especially if you're on carpet. Extension through that back heel. Exhale as your hand comes back. Now come up to plank. Inhale. Half chaturanga. Exhale. You could modify with your knee down also. Inhale it back up. Exhale, full chaturanga. Cobra or upward facing dog, or a lazy upward facing dog with the knees down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal it out, bicycle it out. Nod the head, yes. Shake the head, no. Now, left foot, inhale it high. And open to the left for Shavasana, right? Press floor away here. Maybe you come onto the fingertips of the left hand if you want that wrist to get a little bit of a break, and then you could flatten out the hand again, okay? Now as you open more to the left here, you stack up the left hip above the right, you keep pressing floor away, and look under the left armpit towards the ceiling. Try to glue your right foot heel down, and your energetic and active contraction through that right quadricep. Good. Look under the right armpit towards the left foot. Evenly pressing into your hands. Back to center, inhale, point toes. Exhale, knee to nose or forehead. Hover, hold. Inhale it back. Exhale, step it through. Back foot heel down. Maybe heel line, or your left heel slightly, you wiggle it to the left. This way, as you come up, you might be able to square up your stance, facing forward more, belly, chest facing forward for you, as you draw the left hip back a bit, right pelvis forward. Glue that right foot heel down. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana Ekam, inhaling. Exhaling. Maybe you're open here. Maybe you have a softer sort of elbow and shoulder sensation here. Maybe you're more energetically reaching, palms touch, look up, gaze up. Exhale, warrior two. Adjust your stance. Heel, or heel arch line. Now your outer right hip thighs are spinning back and down. The inner left thigh is opening to the left here. Sink a little bit lower. Reach and find length in your warrior two. Strong warriors here. Ujjayi breath. Ease and comfort through the shoulders and neck. Gaze forward past your front hand. If your back foot turns away from you, bring it inward a bit, okay? Don't let the foot point away. Reverse your warrior. You might take a wrap. You might take that arm down the leg, the hand on the leg there on the right side, but don't back bend. Cat out of the lower back, belly button in. Straight arm reaching back to be more energetic, softer with the elbow and the shoulder. If you want a little bend, that's okay too. But do come sink into that heel. Lift the toes, fan them open on the left side. Inhaling as we come around with the right arm. Exhale, side angle pose, Parshvakonasana. Open chest to your right, reach overhead. As you come back, inhale, extending through the left side. Exhaling, you're turning again, you're pivoting, and you heel to adjust your right foot to the right. Now you should be facing the back again. Your left hand is down. Your back heel, your left heel is up. Inner thigh close to belly on the right side. Left hand to the floor or to the block. Inhale as you rise. Exhale as you settle into it. Breathe here. Broad space through your upper back and shoulders. If the neck is sensitive, you could look down or look to your right. Inhale there. Exhale, your right hand comes down. Back foot heel, spin it down, which is your left foot heel. Heel, heel, or heel arch line with inhale, warrior two. Exhale, settle into it. Right is the lead, left is the tail now. We're facing the back of our rooms. Inner thigh open towards the right on the right side. Back foot heel, spin it down. Sink a little bit lower. Inhaling, reversing. Exhale, extension, turn, pivot, all at the same time. Slow motion, right? Pivot, pivot, wiggle, wiggle. Back foot heel down. Right hand to the floor or to the block. Bring that inner thigh to the belly. Right hand down. Inhale, left hand goes up. Exhale, fine tune. Draw shoulders away from ears here. Belly button in. Reach and find length. And extend through that back heel, or maybe you're resting your right knee to the mat. Breathe here. And close the eyes and try that breath. Inhaling. Exhaling as we come back. Now we step the left foot back as we inhale, or we might shake it out a little bit. High plank, we hover. Hold, draw belly button in. On the right side, the right knee shin comes down, lined up with your right hand. Your right hand placed under your shoulder. Back foot heel comes down as you come to a side plank modification on this side. Left hand goes up as you balance. If you want a bit more, you have to press into the top of the right shin, top of the right foot, and then elevate the left side. Balancing here. It's hard on this side too for me. Extension through that back foot heel. Exhale, left hand comes back. Back as we go up here, inhaling. Half chaturanga, we exhale. Again, you could modify that with the knees down if you need to. Transition. And downward facing dog as you exhale. Bicycle a few times. And settle the heels down. Breathing through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Nod the head, yes. Shake the head, no. Tune into the length across the backs of the legs here, right? Extension, energetically pressing floor away through the hands. Bend knees, inhale. Exhale, step, walk, or maybe hop forward.
Halfway as you lift. Exhale as you fold. Halfway as you lift again. Exhaling, bend the knees, let the chest belly rest on the thighs. Lift up the feet and bring each hand underneath the foot. Okay? I want you to just simply press here, line up the toes into the creases of the wrists, wiggle the toes, shift the weight slightly forward, press, curl, and massage your palms and your hands and your wrists. Good. Now slowly as you release. Okay? Again, feet are about 2 fist distance apart, right? We're going to internally rotate a bit through the femur bone, leg bone, activate the thighs a bit more, keep a soft bend in the knees, peace fingers on each hand, hook the big toe for yogi toe lock, firm grip this way, palms face each other, inhale halfway. Parangashtasana as we exhale and fold, and we deepen the forward fold here. You don't have to go too low if the lower back is sensitive. Be mindful with the lower back. Otherwise, you're gradually extending more, pressing the knees away, flexing the quadriceps, and draw the head towards the floor, towards the knee and the shin at the same time. Your grip is firm. Your shoulders are away from ears, and the elbows are out and away. Longer neck here. Ujjayi breath. Slowly as you release. Halfway up as you inhale. Exhale, you're supporting your weight with your forearms resting on your thighs. Belly button in. Neck long. Draw shoulders away from ears here. Shake the head no. And nod the head yes. Inhale, come to chair. Exhale, begin to fine-tune your chair. So again, I'm going to go ahead and draw that tailbone underneath me. Uddiyana Bandha engages in. I bring the belly button in. Mula Bandha engaging here. So my posture is more now upright, right? Notice I'm not forward anymore. I'm back here. Now, maintaining that upright posture, I'll try to sit back into the heels. So the knees need to shift back a bit. The toes, I lift them, fan them open. And then I try to maintain the bandha engagements as I come down lower. Palms can face down or each other. Energetic reach through the hands. The arms are energetic here. Inhale and rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Now I'm going to go ahead and face you. I'll be your mirror pretty much, okay? So we're going to go ahead and heel toe the feet close together. All right? We're going to draw that belly button in and up. We're going to tuck tailbone underneath. The feet are touching. Heels, feet, or inner feet are touching. The inner blades are touching, right? The feet are flat. 4 corners settle down in each side. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, interlace the hands or your thumb. It's going to be your left thumb is going to hook your right. Okay, so I'll be your mirror. I'm doing my right side. You could go up this way. Or you could interlace, keep it symmetric, and release the index fingers. Extend up and out of your waist. Wiggle a little bit left and right here. You could march sideways, sort of bending through the knees a bit as you release a bit through the lower back. And you could even bring the arms behind, hands behind the head here, and open through the heart center as you draw that belly button in. Wiggling a bit left and right? Or you could keep it steady and just move the hip here without the shoulders moving so much, right? Good. Now bring the arms back up, inhaling. Exhale, interlace hands. Point, release through the index fingers here. Reach up as you inhale and over to your left as you exhale. Ardha Chandrasana, standing half moon, right? Belly button in. You bring that shoulder, that left shoulder, forward to keep it aligned in the same plane with your right shoulder. Your left hand is constantly pulling on your right hand up and overhead. Your palms are pressed together as you draw the belly button in. Your thighs are contracting, your feet are glued down. Let's breathe here, 5 cycles. Look forward, chin off the throat. Inhale as you come back up. Stay there. Keep reaching. Exhale up and over to your right side now. Right now it's your right hand that's pulling on your left. Arms straight, belly button in, thighs are active. 4 corners of each foot glued down. Tailbone tucking underneath you. Draw that right shoulder forward. Align the shoulders, chest in the same plane. Reach up and overhead actively as you stretch. Chin off the throat, looking forward. Inhale as you come back. Exhale, relax the hands by your sides. Shrug the shoulders up, back, and down a bit here. Good. Nod the head a few times, yes. Shake the head, no. Inhale, arms overhead. And exhale, forward fold. Lift, lengthen halfway. And chaturanga as we exhale. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog as we exhale. Bicycle a few rounds. And settle the heels down. Ujjayi breath through the nose. If you need a rest pose, you can take a child's pose here, or you could pause the video here. Right foot, inhale it high. Exhale all the way through. Back foot heel comes down. As we rise, we come into set up Trikonasana. Heel line or heel arch is good. Hips, chest, shoulders in a plane. Reach and find length. Not too close with your feet, right? Keep them a little wider apart. A wider triangle sometimes is better, even if your hand doesn't go so low. Block on the right side in case you need it. Look forward as you exhale. Maintain that lift and that extension through the lateral side body. Now, option for some to stay here or lift the right arm off the floor, extend out. You want to draw that left shoulder back. Shoulders aligned, core engages through the obliques. We hold here for 5 cycles. Exhaling. Good. Take a little bend in that right knee. Turn the right foot to your left 90 degrees. Left foot to your left 90 degrees. Heel line or heel arch. And Trikonasana on this side. Draw those hips in a plane. They're all stacked up underneath you. As you reach and find length, look to the back, past your left hand. Find length and reach and comfort through the shoulders and neck. Inhaling and exhaling. Triangle pose Trikonasana on this side. Gentle with the stretch across the back of the leg, right? Keep a little soft micro bend in the knee if you need to. Good. If you came up halfway and you framed your head with your arms, do it on this side too. Again, bring those hips underneath you so you're in that two-dimensional sort of sheet of paper as you reach up and overhead. 5 cycles. Brace through the core, suck in the belly. Inhale, coming back. Exhale, turn and turn. Micro bend a little bit, left and right, left and right. Right foot heel over to that side, turning to your right, heel arch line or heel line. Parshvakonasana with advanced modification with hand to the floor or to the block, or again you could stay on the thigh with the forearm if you need to. Right hand can sometimes also go to the outside as you reach up and overhead. Block on that side might help. Hips low and underneath you, and you're trying to turn to your left as you look up and reach overhead here. Belly button, draw it in. Slowly as you release. Help yourself to turn a bit to your left and slowly come to center. Turn with your right foot to the left 90 degrees and turn your left foot to the left 90 degrees. So you set up the Parshvakonasana side angle variation on this side. Inhaling. Exhaling. Modify if you need to. Draw the hips underneath you. Belly button in. And you're turning open to your right here to bring that left chest underneath you more. Slowly as you release. Back up to center. Turn. Heel toe the feet a little closer together. And then you're going to come back up, facing forward. Now, you're going to go ahead or facing to your left. If you're facing forward, you'll be facing to your left. Your right foot's going to turn and your back foot's going to turn also. You're facing front now. We're going to set up revolve triangle, Parivrita Trikonasana. I'm going to draw the right hip back, left pelvis forward, right hand to the waist. Uddiyana Bandha engaged. Tuck that tailbone underneath you as you press through the soles of the feet. Inhale here. Exhale. Forward as you reach with your left hand as you come down. Hand to the floor or to the block on the left side, beginner variation. Even micro bend of the right knee a little bit if you need to. A bit more advanced, hand on the right side on the block. A bit more advanced, hand to the floor. Outer blade of the hand pressing against the outside of the right foot heel. Glue the feet down, belly button in, energetically pressing. And then with the inhale, we want to elongate through the neck spine and find length before we turn and begin to reach up with the hand. Scan across the neck and shoulders. You want to stay broad here. And you want that sort of pranic inhale to lift and extend you. And the exhale, you're turning a bit more and you're finding reach and length. Exhaling as you come back. A little micro bend in the knee. Slowly as you rise, inhale. Exhale, turn and turn. Left foot. Back foot heel turns, which is your right now. We're going to draw the left hip back and right pelvis forward. We're all facing the back of our rooms right now, wherever that may be. Left hand to the waist. Inhale, lift and rise with the right. Exhale, forward as you go. Bring that block with you if you need to. Beginner level again. Right hand down, maybe a little micro bend in that left knee. And notice that little energetic shift, it's subtle. Left hip back, right pelvis forward and down. Left hip sort of back and up, okay? Long extension reaching through the crown of the head forward, away from the tailbone, and then maybe right hand on the outside. And pressing against the outer blade of that right foot heel. Belly button in. Uddiyana Bandha is super engaged here. Pranic inhale extends and lifts. Revolve triangle, Parivrita Trikonasana on this side. Scan through the upper back, neck, and shoulders. And belly button, draw it in. If you're going to look up, maybe chin towards the chest, and then gradually as you turn to look up towards the ceiling. Gently as you release, coming back, little bend in that knee, slowly as you come back up to center. Exhale again, you could micro bend the knees a little bit, a little dynamic motion here. If you want those skasandasanas, those deeper ninjas, gentle with the knee flexion. If you go lower, always hands on floor, protect the knees if you need to, right? And move slowly, especially if there's any knee issues going on. Excellent. As we come back up, we'll face forward again to set up our revolved side angle. Beginner level, knee lowers down on the left side, you're squared up facing forward. Hands together here. We're going to turn to the right as we inhale. Exhaling, we lean forward and we place the tricep armpit outside of the thigh. Okay? So now, you could be here with your twist the whole time and you're okay. You could gradually add layers, curling toes under and lifting the back foot heel, extension there, and then you could bring the left hand down, right hand overhead. You could go for the Ashtangi variation where you spin the back foot heel down, but you'll have to continue to turn and maintain that extension as the left hand comes down and the right hand arm reaches up and overhead here. Breath becomes shorter here, okay, so don't panic. And again, this is a more advanced variation. Modify, please, as you need to. So I'll modify a bit here. I'll come back now. I'll lift the heel up so I'm more in a lunge, and I'll take a little bit of a deeper twist here. Left hand arm is across my right thigh. It comes below and underneath me. As I inhale, I find lift and length. As I exhale, I might come around for that wrap. Elongate through the spine with the inhale. Keep those shoulders away from ears. And slowly as you release, come back to center. Bring that back foot heel down. Blocks on each side if you need it. Right hip back, left pelvis forward. Inhaling. And pyramid forward fold as we exhale. This is a Pratikriyasana, a neutralizing pose for that deeper twist, especially if you were in a more advanced variation. Good. Bend knee. Let's go through a little flow here. Inhale and send it up. Shake it out. Exhale, chaturanga. Cobra or upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Bicycle it out. Inhale, bend knees. Exhale, extend them. Left foot, inhale it high. And exhale, left foot all the way through. Lower the right side down. Come up to your low lunge here, right heel underneath your knee. Right pelvis forward, left hip back. Shrug the shoulders. Hands together. Inhale as you find lift. Exhale as you set up the twist on the opposite side. So now tricep armpit way outside that thigh. Okay? And don't let yourself sort of drop and kind of hunch over here. Maintain that lift and extension with the breath. Palm on top of palm. Level 1, you're good here. Next level, you might curl toes under. Extend through that back heel. I'll switch it up a little bit this time. I'll maybe go for the bind and the wrap first. As I gradually add layers, you don't have to, of course, right? You modify as you need to. Stay long through the neck and shoulders here, belly button, draw it in. And then now I'll spin that back foot heel down and try the Ashtangi sort of variation. Exhaling as you slowly come back to center, inhaling. Exhale, step that back foot heel in, extension through the left side as we elongate to release and counter, neutralize. Right pelvis forward, left foot back, pyramid forward fold, inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. And you could keep a little micro bend in the left knee and look towards the belly and maybe even bring the forehead to the knee here. Use blocks if you need to. Slowly, as you release, you'll keep a little bend in that left knee. You might send that right foot back just a bit more. Pick up the left side. Send up the leg. Shake out the leg. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog or cobra. Downward facing dog as we exhale. Settle the heels down, rest if you need to, child's pose, otherwise the rest is your downward facing dog. Good, now we hover to high plank. We'll come to those side planks again, but a little bit more challenging this time, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and bring the left hand in the center. You could modify like you did before, no worries. But if you want something a bit more advanced, you're extending and you're extending through the field and you're stacking up the hips here. Shoulder stacked over the wrist here, actively pressing into that hand. Option for a tree pose, just be careful with the knee, don't put the foot on the knee. Lift and rise here, or peace finger, hooks big toe, Vashisthasana, as we send that foot up high. Maintain lift through the hips here. And slowly as you release, inhale. Exhale, high plank. Pick up that left side. Give it a little shake. Shake out the wrist, especially if you were in a slightly more, advanced variation. To high plank we come. Right hand in the center now. Right foot heel, spin it down. Okay? Find that alignment between the hand and the foot. And then modify if you need to with the right knee shin down. Or add layers if you need to. Slowly as you come back, pick up the right hand and give it a little shake. Good. High plank, inhale. And chaturanga, exhale. Transition. And downward facing dog, exhale. Bending knees, inhale. Exhale, step, walk, or hop forward. Lift, lengthen halfway. This time as you exhale and fold. Nod the head, yes. Shake the head, no. Padahastasana, gorilla pose. Lift the feet up here. Bring the hands underneath. This time you could stay in the same variation again, just kind of massaging, curling, pressing. Or you can get a deeper extension fold here. Inhale first. Exhale and fold. Energetic extension using the quadriceps, kneecaps lifting, belly button draw it in, neck long, shoulders away. And the weight, if you're in this more advanced version, the weight slightly into the balls of the feet. And slowly, as you release, lift, lengthen halfway. Exhale, step back. High plank, inhale. And lower down, chaturanga, exhaling. Good. Now wiggle around a bit here. We'll come to the forearms for Supta Bhujangasana or Sphinx pose. Stay relaxed through the lower back. Shoulders up, back, and down. Nice and long here. Belly button, draw it in. And we're going to go ahead and keep the belly button in. We'll start to lower down a bit more so we can hover hands off the floor for Bhujangasana or Cobra pose. You're pointing through the toes and you're reaching away. The tops of your feet are pressing down. Belly button, draw it in. Your glutes and your thighs are active. You're long with the neck, shoulders away from ears. Interlace hands behind you. Option, pressing palms together. Chest up a little bit higher. Tops of the feet stay down. So breathe through the nose. Slowly as you release. Option to inhale to table first and then downward facing dog as you exhale, or inhale, press up into plank and downward facing dog as you exhale. Bicycle it out. Bend knees if you need to. Shake head yes and no if you need to. Good. Let's inhale here and exhale. Look forward, step or walk or hop forward. Halfway lifting. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, we rise. And exhale, Samastitihi. Now, I'm going to go ahead and face direction. We'll work some balancing, asymmetric balancing. So you're going to shift your weight to your right foot. And on the left side, on your left side, you can set up a tree pose, Rikshasana. Just don't put it on the knee, right? Calf is okay. Kickstand option is fine. Inner thigh is okay. And half lotus if you're working for a deeper flexion in the knee. Okay? So you want to get that foot heel nice and high up on that, on your right thigh, as your left knee goes down and back, belly button in. Again, modify as you need to. Now, slowly as we release that same side, some might hold the shin on that same side, continue to balance on the right side. Some might come with the peace finger of the left hand, your left hand, and hook the big toe for Uttita Hasta Parangushtasana. Your right hand is going to be to your waist as you extend that foot heel forward. Otherwise, you're holding the shin and you're balancing. Open to your left. Back to center. We release, we try to maintain the lift and hold here. Nice and high, fan the toes open, belly button in. And release. Shake out the legs, pat them out a little bit, take a little gentle little back bend. Light went off. Good. And let's go ahead and set up the other side. Shift weight over to your left foot. Okay? We'll set up Vrikshasana, tree pose on this side. Hips, pelvis forward facing, right? Keep those bandhas active. Set up your tree, any variation of the tree you took. Different things we can do with the arms, right? Your choice, really, how you want to open up those branches. If the foot slides down, if you're in this variation, you could cup with your left hand, bring the hips forward, the knee back and down. And slowly as you release, again, maybe you've modified. Now, balancing on that same side. Some are holding the shin, continue to balance. You might be next to your wall. Peace finger, hook the big toe for Parangushtasana on this side. Your left hand to your waist. Extension through the heel. Abduction to your right. To center. Releasing as we balance and hold, right? All of us are going to try to extend that foot away now. Nice and high as we lift here. Fan the toes open. And release. Shake it out. Massage those glutes a little bit. Take a little forward fold. March it out a little bit here. Gentle supported back bend. Good. Come back facing forward. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Lift, lengthen halfway. Exhale, step back into high plank. Now, we're going to go ahead and raise that right leg high and come through to set up our pigeon. Okay? You could modify it with a figure 4 on your back if you need to. If your right foot came forward and you're setting up Kapotasana or pigeon, heel toe the right foot to the left, and the knee comes down across. Gentle with the knee here. Block underneath the hip on the right side in case you need it. And try to square up forward facing as you slide the top of the left foot back and away. Sometimes I like to keep the foot in place as I try to deepen the stretch a bit more. And you might just be an upright pigeon here. Or if this is a bit much, you can come gradually more into resting pigeon. And feel free to maybe place the block in front, rest your forehead on your block if you need to. Relax through the shoulders and neck, belly button, draw it in. Option to thread your left arm through to the right and come and rest on the left side of the shoulder here. Left ear down, resting here. Maybe a slightly deeper stretch with the pigeon here. We'll continue to take a couple more breaths here, nice and slow through the nose. Exhale, side out through the mouth. Inhale as you come around. Exhaling as you softly land. Slowly go ahead and help yourself up.
come back to center again, right? Nice and easy as we press into the floor. Curl back toes under as you begin to lift up the knee. Inhaling here as you lift up nice and high. Exhale, shake out the leg here. Circle it around. Maybe walk the hands back a bit more if you want to glue that left foot heel down. An option for Shavasana, or slowly as you flip the dog on this side, right? Coming into Wild Thing softly as you land. You could be here, you could be taking a deeper back bend if you want. You can also come down to the forearm and modify it that way if you need to, okay? But ball the foot as we balance if you're in this variation maybe. And breathe here, circle through that right arm side. Inhale. And exhale as you come back. Pedal it out, bicycle it out here. Releasing through each side. Settle the heels and take a breath. Raise that left side as you inhale. And exhale all the way through here. And spin that back foot heel down. Now draw your right pelvis forward and down, belly button in. And you can keep the foot there, sort of, but be gentle with the knee on the left side, right? Block underneath the left hip in case you need it. Okay, and you're coming forward to your resting pigeon. So you're either here or forehead on the block, resting here. Calm, steady breath. Right pelvis forward and down, releasing through that left glute. Good. Option 2, thread the right arm through on this side. And wrap the left arm behind your back if you want. Sometimes I like to see if I can, even as I wrap, maybe peace finger might hook my left big toe. Relax through the neck and shoulders. And longer exhales as you release more through the glute, right? Massage that side a little bit with the hand. Slowly as we release and come back to center. And again, we're going to go ahead and shake out the leg a little bit here, right? Back and forth as you go. Inhaling. And exhale as you come to flip the dog on this side, and you can modify if you need to. Again, this is optional. It's just more of a little release here. You could be on the forearm on the right side. You could take a deeper back bend if you want. Inhale. Exhale as we come back. Bicycle it out. Good. Have a seat, send the legs forward, feet close together, belly button in, reach, inhaling, exhaling Paschimottanasana as you forward fold, right? Doesn't have to be too deep of a forward fold, but sort of feel it out, scan here the body, see how that lower back feels as you soften, release into the forward fold. It's mostly to release through the glutes a bit more here. Lengthen open through the lower back. Soften through the neck and shoulders. Good. Slowly as you release. Cross right foot over left. Option to keep the left straight as you hug the right knee in and set up your seated twist, Ardha Matsyendrasana. Or you could bend the knee, sit evenly on the sit bones, hug and come across, sit up tall, or come across to set up the slightly deeper twist.
So again, that pranic inhale, the inhale that tends to lift and lengthen, that upward movement of the breath is what's elongating and elevating through the spinal column, right? And the exhale is that little micro twist as we draw that belly button in. Right hand behind you for support as you gradually deepen the twist here. Check with the sit bones, make sure you're nice and even on the sit bones. If you're going for your bind, your right hand is going through this loop here on the right side. You have to wiggle it through, sit up nice and tall, and come around. And maybe it finds your other hand or wrist. Gently as we release. Exhaling as we come back to center. We'll switch sides. Shake out the legs a little bit if you need to. Left over right and keep the right straight. If you bend the knee, then you're going to bend the knee on this side. I'm going to come sit up forward and kind of wiggle that foot a little bit closer. I want to initially sit up nice and tall, especially if the knees are bent. Even if the leg is straight, right? Even if that right leg is straight, you want to sit up tall. Inhale, lifting here. Exhale, arm coming across. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And then you're going to go ahead and again have the left hand now behind you for support. The pranic inhale again is lifting. And the aponic exhale, softening shoulders, bandai engagement, and belly button in. Micro twisting. And the twist starts low and gradually works its way upward, okay? Gradually works its way upward as you're turning and turning. If you went for the bind, you might go for the bind on this side too. Slowly as you release. Exhaling as we come back to center. Go ahead and scoot forward. Hug the knees into the chest. Wrap the arms around. Press the knees into the chest here. Hands grab opposite elbows in Apanasana. Press lower back into the floor. Maybe rock a little bit left and right. Massage the lower back. Chin slightly inward. Elongating through the back of the neck, right? And you could try forehead to knee also. But then we want the head to come back down so the neck relaxes a bit here. And as you draw the belly button in on the exhale, your knees are pressing back into your arms to send your tailbone and your lower back more flat against the floor. Good. Slowly as you release, take a passive twist to your left. Extend the legs out. Look over to the right. Breathe into that right side periphery body. Exhale as you release. Coming back to center. Exhale over to the other side. Right hand across. Maybe you look to the left. Relax through the neck and shoulders. Breathe into that left side rib cage. Exhale it out. Good. Slowly as you now release and come back to center. Anything else that you need to do before you settle into Shavasana is totally fine. Otherwise, the blocks that I mentioned to you earlier, we're going to go ahead and place the blocks. Now, I'm going to show you this way. I'm going to place the thinner block for me. I'm going to place it along the mid-back in this position. So not this way, but this way, okay? Along the mid-back, and I'm going to come down. I'm going to go ahead and rest on top of that. Right in the center, I'm going to position it nice and slow. I'm going to make sure it's kind of like along the mid-back and centered along my spine as I come and rest on it. The other one, like a pillar, positioning this way, right? Either is okay. This is, of course, is going to give you more surface area for your head. Is going to come and is going to support your head here. And once you find that sort of comfortable position, it's a nice little stretch for the neck as well. Bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees butterfly open in Supta Baddha Konasana, or supported cobbler's pose. Okay? This could be your Shavasana, your choice. Get comfortable. Relax through the throat a bit. Release. As you let your body gradually settle. Swallow once or twice or so your throat is soft. Move the lips, the tongue a little bit. Relax them after. Soften, close the eyes. Maybe turn on some calm, soothing music for yourself. Right? Maybe a little breeze passing in through your window where you are. Maybe you visualize yourself in a beautiful place. Or maybe you simply stay where you are and let your natural breath take over. Let your mind, body, vessel gradually settle and quiet down. Slowly, as you begin to reconnect again with that conscious influx of breath, softly releasing as you sigh it out. Of course, feel free to stay longer in your Shavasana if you need to. If you're gradually coming out, wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingertips a little bit, and gradually find more motion in the limbs, and the wrists, the ankles, and the joints. And notice that sensation now throughout the body again, from the crown of the head all the way down to the soles of your feet. Take a deeper inhale again. Exhaling as you release. If you're on the blocks, you want to be nice and gentle as you come off the blocks here. So bring the arms in a bit more, press into the forearms, and put the blocks over to the side. Be sure to hug the knees back into the chest, especially if you're on the blocks. You want to neutralize here as much as possible. Flatten out the back, roll into a ball. Rock a little bit side to side, massage the lower back. If it feels good, you might even take that long pencil stretch and then hug the knees in. And gradually come to your favorite side or rock a bit back and forth, massaging the lower back. And then slowly, as we come back up to a seated position. Okay? We'll cross the legs, sit comfortable the way you like to sit. If the knees are sensitive, you might even sit on a block. It'll give you a little bit of an elevation, and that'll allow you to sit up nice and tall. Shrug the shoulders up, back, and down a few times. Nod the head, yes, gently here. Shake the head, no, maybe a few times. let's seal our practice together. Big inhale, sweep overhead. Exhale, namaskar our hands. Hands come to heart center. Eyes closed or lower the gaze, gentle bow. In gratitude again for my space, your space, our practice, this energy that we share together virtually for now until I hopefully see you again soon. May we all stay healthy, safe, be gentle with yourself, with your loved ones, be mindful throughout your day, throughout your week. And I hope you can join me again soon, right? I want to say, I'm so used to saying I hope to see you again soon, but I know I can't see you. You can only see me for now. So I hope that you can join me again soon. And I hope this is benefiting you in a positive way. As always, I look forward to your feedback, so please let me know. And until next time, namaste. Shanti, Shanti.